welcome the newcomers studying engineering and management in Germany. Today's subject webinar topic. Here are our guests. Of course, we'll introduce all of them individually. First, I want to mention about the organizer of the session, which is German University, Germany's largest study program database. If you were searching for these programs, probably you also saw them in the study finder, and you know that you can find all the available programs there. More than 24,000 are listed currently. When you want to know more about the universities themselves, you can check our Unifinder, which also provides information about the university programs that they offer, information for international students. In case the university participates in a larger webinar, you will be informed there as well. So lots of information in one place can be seen with the Unifinder and the Study Finder. If you have questions about scholarships, visa, Uni-Assist, APS, cost of living in Germany, housing, and so on, you can check our informative articles. Why? Because these articles are written by internationals. So we think we could share our tips and insights on how it feels studying and living in Germany, and maybe also covering the things because, yeah, the scholarship is very familiar to us, and scholarship from other universities as well. So yeah, feel free to check those articles as well. When you like a bit more interaction, like today, and that's why probably you are joining today's webinar, then feel free to check our upcoming webinars as well in case you have a general question about scholarship, Uni-Assist, visa. We have general webinars. When you have questions about the universities, we have university webinars. When you have questions about subjects, as today, we have subject webinars, which are most interactive because you have guest speakers from different universities. And then, yeah, you in one session you have you can connect with multiple people from different universities and hopefully then start your studies in Germany as well. This is our team. We are based in Hamburg, Germany. We are counseling in different languages. Please don't take counseling as one-to-one counseling or as sending the application on your behalf. We don't do this. However, we provide all the necessary information with our with the study finder database and also with webinars and articles, so that you should feel prepared to apply yourself directly to one of the programs presented. Okay, then let me right away give the mic to Professor Schuster, who will be presenting Master Refinement and Sustainability of Polymer and Composite Product Study Program.
So, yeah, thank you for the nice introduction. So our program is called Refinement and Sustainability of Polymer and Composite Products, and I am the head of this program, and this is my assistant research associate, 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘵. It's an English taught program, and we have this kind of program for the last 11 or let's say 12 years, and it's now the second time it has been re-accredited. So where's Pirmasens? That's always a very important question. So we are in the southwest corner of Germany, so it's about, let's say, 50 kilometers to Kaiserslautern, 200 kilometers to Frankfurt Main. And actually from us, it's nearer to go to Paris. It's about 3 hours by train than going to Berlin, which is about 7 hours. So it's a very, very nice location. So we are situated right at the border to France. Here you can see, actually our university consists of 3 campi. We are the smallest one in Pirmasens. There's one in Kaiserslautern, and there's also one in Zweibrücken, 2 cities between 30 and 50 kilometers from Pirmasens. So we are the smallest, but as you can see on the lower right photo, the nicest campus. So we have an indoor atrium with some banana trees, some palm trees. It's very nice for resting. And on the left photo, it actually could have been done today because it's the weather we have today. So we have a nice pond outside. So it's a very nice and very cozy campus we have here. So in Pirmasens, we have, as you can see it here, 550 students and about 20 professors. So it's about a tenth of the entire university. So what are we doing in this program? So as it's mentioned, we are concerned with refinement. And refinement means that, and it's refinement of polymer and composite products. So these products are produced somewhere, and our students learn how to refine these products. And refinement in two ways. It can be just a visual refinement, as you can see it here on the upper left photo, the interior of a very nice car. But it can also be a refinement in terms of function. So you can see the spoon there, and the spoon has been coated with a special coating so that even honey flows from this spoon. Or on the lower left photo, you can see a car, and if we coated the car with the same coating as the spoon, then no dirt would stick to this car, and just one rain shower would be sufficient to clean this car. And the reason is, you can see it on the lower right photo. It's that we have a very high, we have a super hydrophobic surface coating, and so the surface energy is very high, so that let's see here, this water drop would form a bubble and wouldn't spread over the entire surface. So that's some sort, we call it the exterior refinement. We also have the interior refinement, where we, for instance, put some fibers or some other ingredients into the composite or into the polymeric material. So it's a 3-semester program. So it's actually based on a 7-semester bachelor program we have here in Pirmasens. Out of these 3 semesters, we have 2 semesters for lectures and 1 semester for the master thesis. We have a double degree program with the university in Slin, and in this case, we boosted up to a 4-semester program. However, most, if not all, our students come from South Asia, most of them from India, and for some reasons in Germany, we can just acknowledge 6 semesters out of the 8 semesters the students have studied in, e.g. in India. So instead of having 210 ECTS, we can just acknowledge 180. So we have to find some possibilities that the students can boost up to fill this gap of 30 ECTS. It can be done with job experience. It can be done by doing some internships at universities in the European region, so via Erasmus, or in a company in Germany. This program can be started either in the summer semester or in the winter semester. That means that our semesters are not based on each other, so they can be started independently from each other. So we have the usual grading system. Currently, so for the next winter semester, we have about 130 applicants. We require a letter of motivation so that we can pick the students we would like to have. And we have a grading system also for the students and an assessment sheet. So we just accept the best students. We demand B2 in English, but we accept MOE, so the Memorandum of Instruction. But otherwise, the students have to deliver or have to provide us with the proof of a certificate in B2 in English. Before, we also demanded B1 in German, but I think we were only one of the few universities in Germany still demanding this, and we noticed that the applicant rate went down, so we just skipped this requirement. Instead, we have now an A1 and A2 class as an elective in our program. The communication with the students works by email, Dropbox, and we have a program called 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘵 where we can download our lecture files, and the students can download these lecture files from this platform. So then we also have some, wait a second. We also have some, besides these these German classes, we have also a language coach in German, who is unfortunately not in Pirmasens, but in Zweibrücken, one of the bigger campi. Yeah, how to top up these 180 ECTS. As I said, we acknowledge job experience outside of the Erasmus zone with 2.5 ECTS per month. So 1 year is 30 ECTS. Inside the Erasmus zone, 5 ECTS per month, so that's 6 months. Or internship, also 6 months, or elective modules, which can be quite arduous to do that. And the students have to decide in the first semester which way they want to pursue. And we also encourage the students to apply for internships and master thesis within the first semester. The problem is that the students coming from Southeast Asia have to be, I would call it student-centered quite a lot, because they are not used to be work and study completely self-dependently. So we have to do a lot of tutoring with these students. Then we have something which is called a research thesis. In the first semester, the students have a module called research management. At the end of this module, they have to submit a draft of a proposal for a research project. The topic of this project, the students can choose themselves, and we pick the 4 or 5 best topics, and then the students are encouraged to switch from the engineering direction, which all students have to start with research direction, then the students are provided with some money, and then they have to do what they have proposed in their proposal. And at the end of the day, they have to write a publication. And this research thesis is in the region of, I think, 12 ECTS right now. And yeah, that's supposed to be the end of my short presentation. Thank you for attention, and open for your questions.
So my name is Holger Kohl. I'm the acting director of the Fraunhofer Institute for Production Systems and Design Technology in Berlin, Germany. And I'm also heading the chair for sustainable corporate development at TU Berlin. And I'm also the dean of the study program Global Production Engineering, which I would like to bring closer to you today. With me is Mr. Valentin Eingartner. He is more or less 24/7 available for you if there are any further questions or requests. So therefore, please feel free to drop him any message if you would like to get more details on that study program. So first of all, Global Production Engineering is a 4-semester postgraduate program. And as you know, Germany is still, I would say, the #1 in the world when it comes to engineering excellence. And TU Berlin also belongs to the TU9, which are the top 9 technical universities in Germany. And we are also one of the very rare excellence universities. And therefore, it's a very good place to be, for sure, to study engineering programs, and in particular, production engineering programs. Overall, we have students from more than 40 different countries which are joining our GPE program. As I said, it's a 4-semester program. More details how these 4 semesters are structured, I will bring to you later in this presentation. And overall, we accept every year 70 to 80 master students. 70 to 80 are accepted by knowing that we have around 1,000 applications per year. And we only start in the winter semester. If it is too late for you to apply for the GPE program this year, for sure you are invited to apply for it next year. But still, our doors are open and we are still receiving applications. So that means if you are really excited to study global production engineering in Berlin, in the capital of Germany, then be quick and upload all the documents which are necessary for the application process. And as I said, if there are any specific questions, please directly ask Mr. Eingartner, who is with us today. On the bottom right here, you see that in terms of engineering, we focus a lot on sustainable global engineering and management. That means it's a mix between industrial engineering and a bit business administration. But a focus we really want to put is to have a certain depth in sustainable manufacturing, even in circular economy. And if you wish, you can even choose classes and modules which are more dealing with the aspect of renewable energy. Here you see our team, and this team is purely responsible for the study program. That means we have a quite unique situation. The GPE program at TU Berlin is administrated by a number of people which are only responsible for this study program. And you see Mr. Eingartner is a scientific coordinator. We also have Mr. Minchev as a scientific coordinator, and then other people who are supporting the study program also from an administrative perspective. And even this team is very international with Ms. Dan, Mr. Safran, Ms. Dao, and also our founder, Mr. Seliger. So to dig a bit deeper, so you see it's a 4th semester course. In the first 3 semesters, you mainly have to do your credit points in terms of finalizing specific topical modules. And in the 4th semester, the students typically do an internship and also the master thesis. That means there is, or let's say, a large amount of students is able to finish it within 4 semesters. A few need a little bit longer, maybe 4.5 or 5. But this study program really is possible to be finished within 4 semesters. On top of this, the program includes quite a number of lectures and exercises, but we also do a lot of company visits. We bring the students to Hannover Fair. We bring them in contact with German industries. And the majority of the students is even doing the master thesis at a German company. And I don't have exact statistics, but I would say after the graduation, about 2/3 stay in Germany, at least for a certain period of time to do a job in Germany, and then some return back home to the mother country or even continue to stay in Germany. But I would say at least 2/3 stay in Germany after graduation, and most of them stay with the company where they have done the master thesis before. So if we look at the curriculum, you see that there are 90 credit points which have to be done in the 5 module groups. Overall, there are 120 credit points for the master program. That means on top of the 90 credit points, there are 2 credit points for the industry internship and 18 credit points for the final master thesis. And the 4 module groups are dealing with aspects directly related to production, for instance, manufacturing technologies, and also to learn more about machine tools. The second module group deals with aspects in engineering topics, for instance, computer-aided design and stuff. The third one deals with management. And then we have 2 very specific module groups. One is intercultural communication. We also offer German classes for free, but for the German classes, we don't give credit points, but it is also offered on top of the regular study program. And then there is another special profile, which you can also use to deepen, let's say, very specific competencies which are of very specific interest. And then there are 36 remaining credits, which are completely free of choice. Not free of choice just in terms of the modules, but free of choice if students would like to more intensify topics in production or in engineering or even in other module groups. Also here you see a QR code. These QR codes give you all the details on the current module group. That means all the modules which you can choose at the moment by knowing there are no mandatory courses. The students can freely choose all kinds of courses, but they have to make sure that there are 12 credit points at least in production, 12 credit points at least in engineering, 12 credit points at least in management, and so on and so forth. But overall, there's a huge amount of modules which are free of choice for the students. And these courses are offered for sure by university professors, but also many of the courses are offered by lecturers from industry, which also shows that there's a very application-oriented approach in this master's program on global production engineering. Here you see some other activities we are typically doing with the students. On the top left, you see there is a visit at Tesla. Tesla, the gigafactory of Tesla is very nearby the city of Berlin. And we always gave students a chance to get more familiar with state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities. We typically go to BMW motorcycle plants. Here on the top in the middle, you see a snapshot of the GPE students, which we gave the chance to visit the Global Conference on Sustainable Manufacturing last year in Bologna, Italy. This year, this conference will be in Sri Lanka, and also, again, a number of GPE students is able to join us on that conference, which I'm heading as an international chairman. And we are even paying the travel cost for the students, but only the best of the best are selected to go abroad for this scientific conference. They have to prepare a paper. They even have to prepare a technical prototype, which they can present to the global community on sustainable manufacturing. On the top right here, you see also a small group of students, 4 students, which we allowed to visit and to join a makeathon on the Canary Island and the island of Gran Canary, or Gran Canaria. And this makeathon is also supported by us. And 4 students, again, by a very detailed selection process, had the chance to go to the Canary Island to join the Smart Green Makeathon. And again, we even pay the travel cost for them to join that activity. On the bottom left, you see also a prototype which was developed by a group of students. On the bottom in the middle, you see the farewell party of the graduation event. I think that was 2 years ago. And on the bottom right, you see a very cultural event, nicely dressed researchers from my department celebrating Santa Claus party. That means we also try for sure to make the students familiar with European culture, even by celebrating the St. Nicholas Day. So the admission requirements, you have to have a bachelor degree at least, and you have to have 1 year working experience. As I said, it's a postgraduate program, and for this you need to have at least 1 year work experience after your graduation as a bachelor. Also, an internship will be evaluated and might be accepted if it is in line with a certain topic of manufacturing or production. In terms of language skills, you need to have German language skills, but at least you need to have IELTS 6.5 or TOEFL IBT 79, and so on and so forth. So these are the admission requirements. You also have to send us a motivation letter, and this helps us for sure to do a proper evaluation and to give the best students a chance to join. TU Berlin, as the university you would study if you join GPE, is the largest technical university in Germany with about 35,000 students. It's a wide range of topics: engineering, economics, humanities, arts, and it is a German university with the highest amount of foreign students. And even Berlin is a very international city. You even don't need to speak German if you would like to order food or if you would like to go shopping, etc. It's a very international city where international students typically feel home very, very soon. And this here is the Production Technology Center. As I said at the beginning, I'm the acting director of the Fraunhofer Institute in this building, which is doing application-oriented research in the field of production technology. And we also have the University Institute for Machine Tools and Factory Management in the same building, which is doing fundamental research and education. And this building is a production technology center which combines basic research and applied research under both topics. This here is one of our labs. It's about 3,005 square meters. You see state-of-the-art manufacturing technologies and equipment in the field of how to manage production, how to develop products, how to manufacture products in terms of all manufacturing technologies, milling, drilling, turning, grinding. There's a very specific focus on additive, but for sure also on digital manufacturing, Industry 4.0, and artificial intelligence, also helping in the aspect of how to automate manufacturing processes. So, and here, a small flight with a drone through our labs. By the way, most of your study time you would spend here in this Production Technology Center. That means in our lecture halls, but also here with our machines and equipment, because the study program is very application-oriented. We will make you much more familiar with the different machine tools, with the different equipment, and also how to connect and how to digitalize them. And therefore, digital manufacturing, artificial intelligence, in particular machine learning, and also circular economy are three major cross-cutting topics which are also which has or enjoy a very strong focus in the global production engineering program. Here's just a story of one of our students. So this here is Tejas Sudhir from India. He joined GPE in 2003. He did his bachelor at the Anna University. Then he came to Berlin for the GPE program. He did his internship at Daimler Chrysler in Japan. Then he came back to Germany to work as an engineer for BMW automotive company in Munich. And then he changed back to India and is now in a leading position at the R&D department at BMW in New Delhi. And with this, I just want to say we are educating global engineering students, which should also become, let's say, global citizens and to have the chance to understand and address the global challenges of production engineering under the aspects of artificial intelligence, digitalization, and also sustainability, circular economy. With this, I would like to stop today's presentation. For sure, we would love and enjoy to receive your applications. This here is a QR code where you can directly be linked to the application process. And on the other hand, we are very open for sure for any further questions.
So, welcome everyone. And thank you so much for the wonderful presentations that we had till now. Beautiful information, even for me, because I do a lot of presentations and come across with a lot of universities. So now I'm starting with my university, which is also in Germany and in the middle of Germany, which is the city called Fulda. So university is Fulda University of Applied Sciences in the heart of Germany. And that is how our location looks like. We are just, say, somewhere around, say, 100 kilometers from Frankfurt and approximately 3 hours away from all the big cities near around. We are best connected with the trains. ICE trains are everywhere to Berlin, Munich, and Cologne, Frankfurt, or Leipzig, any big cities. And as we have the airport also nearby, which makes our city more approachable and Still small, but and beautiful. So this is the glimpse of Fulda and its surrounding. It's very green. It has small hills near around, and we also have beautiful lakes. Plus, when it snows, it looks even more amazing. A little glimpse of the city center where we have the palace and the cathedral and parks and city center cafes, which you can visit once you would be here. So this is a look of our campus, how it looks like. This is the center of our campus. We are not a very big campus, but I would say small, cozy, and approachable is the word defining our campus. Then, yeah. So, Fulda University of Applied Sciences, I'm here from the Department of Food Tech, and I would be telling you about the 3 bachelor programs which are offered in English and are associated with the food industry. Food industry is said to be the 5th largest industry or a sector in Germany, but I feel without food, there is nothing that can exist. So, in my eyes, that is the first and foremost industry that you can think and work into. And with biotechnology, you can either work in chemical, pharmaceutical, or clinical industries. So, you can look how are these industries are placed. Like 5th is your food industry, 3rd is your pharmaceutical industry. So there is lots that you can speculate about when choosing your bachelor program. So we have food technology, industrial biotechnology, and industrial engineering life sciences. That is the program where we have like 3 disciplines coming together: science, technology, and business. So if you can see, food tech and industrial biotech have mostly engineering and sciences as their base, with the combination of tech and economics or the business. And industrial engineering life sciences has mostly the business part, but is supported well with the science, the engineering, and tech part. So where you can think about what you can think about after doing the basic semester, basic studies with us. That is, the first and second semester is same with all the 3 programs, but we have specialization that you can select. That are these 3 programs, and you can select on the base of where you really want to work, or maybe where your heart lies. For example, if food tech, then it should be regarding the food hygiene, product development, food law, food technology, which is more food based. Then you have biotech, which is more of pharmaceutical based, where you have cell biology, cell culture, microbiology, and then molecular biology and bioinformatics, biochemistry, all those associated with biotech. And then you have industrial engineering life sciences, where you can work in the field of investment, finances, accounting, marketing, market research regarding these 2 industries. So, this program is also, like I would say, is a wonderful program, because with the marketing background, you have the background of biotech or food tech, and that makes you unique in the job market. So going next, yeah, so this is the degree program. It is a full-time studies. You have 6 modules each semester, and it starts in winter semester. We also offer the orientation programs, and also in our within the bachelor program, we have planned it in a way that it gives you amazing orientation, whether you really want to be in this field and in what category of within this bachelor field. So there is an internship prior to the 4th semester for this. That means you can work for 8 weeks, approximately 320 hours in any of the food tech, biotech field, and then you can probably get more interest or get oriented towards these bachelor programs. Then these courses are offered even in German languages. So if you know both languages, you can do courses in both the languages. So for we do not limit you. If you have German, then we do not limit you to only English. You can do the courses in German as well. So admission requirements. So we need university qualification, English language skills. If German, if you want to do it in German, then German language skills till C1. And we have now limited number of seats. For this, online application is done online via UniAssist, and the application period is still going on. That is from 1st May till 15th of July. So this is how it practically looks like. So you have a preliminary course or say basic internship. Then you have the university phase. You attend all your modules. You complete them successfully. Then comes the part where you need to apply the knowledge that you have got in the class in the university phase. And then you need to write thesis as well, because it's a mandatory part with us. And then you, by the end, with the successful completion, you would get Bachelor of Science. So main areas of work in food tech and biotech would be production planning, management, product and process development, plant planning and construction, quality assurance, quality management. So everything associated with the food or the biotech industry to make it more lucrative, one side, and also tasty, you can say, and also hygienic in various sense. And on the other side, for industrial engineering, life sciences, we have product management, licensing and patents, market and consumer research, marketing and sales. So the business part of food tech and biotech. Okay, so what else do we have further is practice-oriented study programs. So we have laboratories associated with modules that we do here, and these labs consist of approximately 40% of our bachelor program. So which is very, I would say, if you compare it with the other programs, it is a lot in that case. So technology and industrial production of food, we have plant-based food lab where we create breads or produce breads of different sorts, or maybe chocolates of different sorts. Then we have animal food technology, that is the lab which is based on the animal-based food products. Then we have bioprocess engineering, and here we have certain projects like brewing your own beer for the educational purpose. And this is the project work which is run by the professors here, and you get a hands-on experience of brewing your own beer. Then process technologies, thermal and food process engineering. Here also, like, you kind of learn how to differentiate between the materials that have been used in creating a food, how to dry them, how to create them in a how to know what they consist of. So then you have microbiology. Obviously, food and hygiene, they go hand in hand. And so here within our department, we learn till what are the microbes or something which can help us develop better food, or which are completely not good. So all these research are done within the food microbiology department. Then we have chemistry. Sorry. So we have chemistry and food chemistry, which is also doing research on the food reactions that take place. What are the chemical thing happening behind it? So you have a lot of experiments going on within the food within this bachelor program regarding the chemical analysis of food. Then you have raw material sciences, sensory technology, where if you create something, then obviously you should know how does your senses gets the taste of that food. And there we have this sensory lab where they see, touch, check, taste the food that we create. So, and there are other laboratories which are coming up for the biotechnology, that is the pharmaceutical technology, physics and process automation. So, when you come to Germany, it matters where you come to Germany. Maybe Berlin is probably a little more expensive than what Fulda looks like, or maybe the other city looks similar to Fulda. It's up to you how you analyze it. But I just tell you the estimate cost that would be required by you when you would be coming to Germany anywhere in any of the cities. So the maximum cost goes into rent, and uh, then goes for the telephone and internet. Then health insurance is a mandatory insurance that we need to take in Germany. So this you cannot avoid. That is approximately somewhere 140 euros. Then learning materials is, yeah, doable, 30 euros. Clothes, food, drinks, and leisure together would be costing you around somewhere 250 euros. So I would say estimate approximately 1,000 euros as your monthly cost for your survival within the city and supporting your studies at the same time. Also, we provide a networking opportunity for our students and also the employers within the region. And for that, we arrange a small event where the companies from near around flock in, and then we have a nice exchange. From the student side, they try to get their internship, they back their jobs over there, and they make contact. So it is a wonderful opportunity which provides you with even more contacts and the direction of your work. So, application and advisory service. So, when you need to apply, you visit our website, also attend the online info sessions which are being offered at the university. The deadline is till 15th of July. For any questions, you can directly come to me, or you can also write to FT applications at hsfulda.de. And in case you have any specific questions, do not hesitate. I'm there, and my response rate is also very good. So um, that's it from my side. Um, and thank you so much for your kind attention. And I hope that this information would have helped you to speculate what is interesting for you, and feel free to give further this info to your fellow friends. Thank you.
Hello and welcome also from my side. My name is Reza Daryani. I am the head of the chair of signals and system, and also the academic advisor of the bachelor program of engineering and management. In the same room with me, I have my colleague, 𝘗𝘢𝘕𝘓𝘐𝑒𝑑𝑜𝑘𝑡𝑒𝑐. He is also the course coordinator. You see him also in the camera. He is actively in chat, and if you have any question regarding this program, you can type your question. And of course, at the end, we will offer you some extra session that you can discuss any detail with more detail. So we are at University of Applied Sciences in Merseburg. So, you know, Germany is in the middle of the Europe, and Merseburg is in the middle of the Germany. We are in Saxony-Anhalt state. The capital of this state is Magdeburg. So if you drive a little bit in the south direction, you will find a very small and beautiful city named Merseburg. So Merseburg is perfectly located. We are very close to Halle on the west, and from the east, southern east to the Leipzig and Dresden. So the Bachelor of Engineering and Management is a program between two universities, Merseburg University of Applied Sciences and Martin Luther University of Halle. And as I said, Halle is very, very close. It's around about 12 kilometers to Merseburg, and there is a very, probably very close to you, there is a train station, and there is a public transport to Halle. So This is some picture of the university and our campus. Our university is relatively new. It's founded 1st April in 1992. Here on the right, we have a picture of the main campus. There are many other buildings around that. The campus is also relatively new, and the next year we will celebrate the 35th anniversary of our university. And as you saw on the previous slide, and also here, we have a very, very green campus, and we have many, many dormitory around the campus, not far from the campus. They are also included in the campus, and that's also one of the main advantage of the Merseburg University of Applied Sciences, that the students, they can easily find a dormitory not far from the university. So, about our university, we have a total of 3,200 students that they were enrolled in summer semester. We have 800 new students that they are enrolled for the winter semester 2025-2026, and almost 1/3 of all the students, they have the international background. So we are very, very international university, although we are a new university, very young university. So our university offers a wide range of different programs. We have 18 bachelor programs, 13 master programs, and one of the attractive things about studying in Germany as well as in Merseburg is that we don't have tuition fees. We just had the administrative fee, and that includes also the public transport. You get what's called 𝘱𝘢𝘕𝘓𝘕𝘓𝘕, the German ticket, and with that you can travel all over Germany. That is also very, very interesting for our international students. So our university has 3 faculties, engineering and natural sciences, and Bachelor of Engineering and Management belongs to this faculty. We have the Faculty of Social Work, Media and Culture, and we have the Faculty of Business Administration and Information Sciences. So, engineering and management. And as I said, it's a program between 2 universities, and by graduation, you get a degree from both universities, Merseburg University of Applied Sciences and Martin Luther University in Halle. It's a 6-semester program, so it's 3 years. It starts always in winter semester. And one of the very attractive things about this program is that it's a fully English taught program, no German language prerequisite, so you don't need to talk language. But what is also very interesting is that we take care of your German language. So through this course, by the graduation, you will have a B2 level, which is a very, very higher intermediate level, which is enough if you want to study if you want to continue with a master program, or if you want to find a job and go to the job market. So there is no special requirement for this bachelor program. The only things that you need to have a B2 English level. There is a list of all the accepted certificate in our website. At the end, there is a QR code. You can scan it, or you can write it now in the chat if you have any question. And you need to have math with a grade which is equal or equivalent to the 2.5, German level, which is around above the 75%. So this bachelor programs has 4 key areas of study. The first one is engineering, and all of the engineering courses are taught here in Merseburg. We have business economics, intercultural knowledge, that they are both in the Martin Luther University in Halle, and as I said, the language courses, which is also a very, very attractive part of this bachelor program. So here we can see a map of this, on an overview of the map of this program. At very first semester, we work on the engineering part. You learn the basic physics, mathematics, chemistry, and in the other semester, we try to dig in more on the engineering. You learn about the material sciences, mechanical engineering, thermodynamic, electrical engineering, and also a little bit about the process control, PLC programming. All of these blue modules that you see, they are all in Merseburg. Then we have the business administration part, all the green, that are the statistics course, the principle of investment, cost accounting. They are all in the Martin Luther University. And as I mentioned several times, and I would like to emphasize about that, is that there is no German language requirement, but we take care of that. So in each semester, you have 5 credits for the German language. So at the very beginning, at the first semester, you start with the A1 level, and we try to work on that. And by graduation, you have a B2 level, which is upper intermediate, which is sufficient if you want to continue your study or if you want to find a job. In the past, we had also some native speakers, some German, and of course, we taught about them. And if someone applied for this course and is German, so the German as a mother tongue, we have some English program, technical English, and of course, a second language that can be Spanish or French. At the end, as you can see, by the 6th semester, we have internship. We have many, many industrial partners that I will present in the next slide, which that student, they can find internship here in the region or also international, other parts of Germany or also outside of Germany. And at the end, we have the bachelor thesis, which is also 15 credit. So we have many international partners. If someone decides to study for 1 semester abroad, we offer this possibility. As you can see, there are 26 countries. The number of the institutions are much more than that. You can see we have the partner from USA to the East Asia to China to India and so on. So this is also very interesting for many students to gain more international experience by studying 1 semester abroad. So we have also many research cooperation with, especially in the region. So this Merseburg region is very famous for the chemistry. But we have also cooperation with Total, for example, or the other academic institution in the region. So when it arrives the time that the student needs to search an internship, we have many, many partners, and we will support and help the student to find the internship as well as a bachelor thesis. So living on campus, as I said, we have affordable rooms. No one can guarantee that, but I think that in Merseburg, when I compare it to the other big cities, is much easier to find a dormitory for a student. And I know that finding a dormitory is very challenging for a student. It's a headache, but here we had very, very good experience for finding dormitory for a student directly in the campus or in Halle. And as I said, Halle is very close here. 15 minutes by train, you get to the Halle. So we have the student clubs and cafes directly on the campus, and the dormitory, I think that I talk enough about that. Living in Merseburg, Merseburg is very, very small and beautiful city, very historical city with many castles and churches, and is a very, very, very green city. So here on the left top, you have the QR code of our program. You can scan it if you need a general question, if you have a general question about a program. But as I said at very, very beginning, we offer also a follow-up webinar, which is on 11th June at 2 p.m. You can register yourself by scanning this QR code here. Me and my colleague, Mr. 𝘱𝘱𝘵𝘪𝑡𝑒𝑐, we will be there if you have any question or if you want to talk with more detail about any topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear professor. Thank you once again, dear all, for being so active in the Q&A. Dear attendees, of course, for your interest, and dear panelists for the answers. I see 42 answered questions, and some of them even were lucky enough to get 2 feedbacks from different universities. So yeah, I'm sure the webinar was quite informative for everybody who wants to study engineering and management in Germany. Now, I saw a lot of questions about the medium of instruction in terms of accepting a certificate in this regard and so on. Some of the programs already mentioned, English level and so on. So let me ask once again to everybody, and I will start with Professor Dariani or Marcus. I don't know who wants to take this one. Once again, to repeat about the English certificate, like actually English level required, and if medium of instruction is accepted, and if yes, then which kind of. And as a follow-up, very specific question is, my English certificate expires soon after application. Is it still accepted? Probably it expires before the program application deadline. That we interpret it like this. Would that be enough or not?
Can I answer? Do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
So it's can be accepted, it can be not accepted. Usually up to 3 to 6 months, our admissions office is quite okay with it, but there's no guarantee. So you can just apply. If they don't accept it, there will be another way to prove your English. So that will not be the issue. The other question was, please remind me, it was medium of instruction.
Medium of
Unfortunately, our university doesn't accept this. Maybe this will change in the future, but for now, I know it's hard if people speak English very fluently and have studied English, but still it doesn't get accepted. So we need an official certificate. Yeah, unfortunately.
Thank you. Professor Schuster, you are unmuted. Maybe you want to take this question as well?
Yeah, I think I've already mentioned that we accept the memorandum of instruction. And in terms of the English certificate, we accept certificates which are 2 years old. And the application at our university has to be done internationally through UniAssist.
Thank you. Swati or Pendo?
Yeah. So we do accept the medium of instructions, and in case of English language certificates, we have certain certificates that we accept, the certain exams that we accept, and for that, my colleague would be sharing the link within chat, and yeah, and the language the language level is B2.
Medium of instruction. Yeah. Good. And Valentin. I know you already answered this question also in the Q&A several times, but for others maybe.
So for us also, we do not accept the medium of instruction in English. The only exception for that is if you had your bachelor in the UK, Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand. I think those are the ones that we can accept. And I also will paste the requirements into the chat right now.
I will copy it because I think it's only for hosts and panelists. So I will just copy paste whatever Valentin shared with us. Good. The very latest question that came in is about from Rosina. I don't need to submit any application if the VPD is forwarded. I think it's already an ongoing communication with somebody. If you, yeah, is it?
Maybe I misunderstood the question,
Marcus?
but these are very technical questions. I would address them to our admissions office, but the application just goes via UniAssist. Then they issue the VPD, and then UniAssist will inform our student admissions office. And so you don't need to apply first with UniAssist then with the university, but it's one application process. But if you have more questions about specifics, please just send me an email and I will forward it to our admissions office.
Yeah, probably it's better to follow up because usually VPD is issued to a student directly, which will be valid for 1 year, and then student has to re-upload the things with the university portal. So usually, in case it's a VPD, there should be two-phase process, but it's only UniAssist application, then it should be one-way process. Let me have a look. So yeah. I shared one link directly with the university. So I will put this link again in chat. And I saw also somebody was asking about the APS. So APS is usually issued for the visa. If you are coming from India, for example, you need to have a APS, and now APS certificate will be valid for unlimited time. Earlier it was limited. So in case you already have APS, this means for Studienkolleg, then you can come to Germany and do a Studienkolleg. And once you are already in Germany and did the exam with Studienkolleg, then you don't need to do a second APS. You can then already directly apply to one of the mentioned bachelor's programs. And yeah. Then Frida is saying, please, can you answer my question above? A question again for English. So, dear Frida, first of all, this B2 certificate usually enough for bachelor's programs, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Good. One question is about the application deadline. Some of the programs have quite late application deadline, and the question was if the person will get feedback only. So I think it is from Asli, and I think it's to Professor Schuster. But let me also ask this question to everybody. As the application deadline is quite late in August, do you provide feedback to applicants about the decision only after this date? Professor Schuster, this is for you.
Yeah, okay. I think we do not have a large problem with this application deadline. We are able to issue the enrollment or the letter of acceptance in June. However, it's always a problem with the embassies and the consulates in India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. In India, we have, I don't know, I think between 2 months and let's say 5 months, but we offer our lectures in a hybrid way. So the students who are waiting for their appointment at the embassy can already participate online in our lectures. With Bangladesh, it's a problem because there some students or some applicants have to wait up to 8 months for their appointment with the embassy. So even if we could accept the students earlier for 1 month or I don't know 2 months, it wouldn't really matter. But here we have the thing of a deferral, so we accept them for the next semester as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Welcome.
Marcus or Professor Dariani? The same question.
Yes, no, we don't wait the deadline. We do several iterations. But the important message is that if you need a visa, please apply as soon as possible. Like this, you get a very fast reply, and then you don't have problem with visa, or you have enough time for visa.
Mm-hmm. Swati, you mentioned UniAssist, and in this case, do you wait until UniAssist forwards all the applications, or it's also on rolling phases?
Basically, the process has been changed currently, so it is still a little bit, I would say it is not that much, we cannot assure you anything, but as per the info that till the deadline, the application comes in, and then we provide the admission letters to the people because we have NC, we have admission restriction. So we provide the students the admission letter, and they have a certain period of time when they need to register themselves and hold their seats. If they don't do, then the application goes further to the another student. So this is what has been changed in currently within our university. So let's see how it works out with the students, because feedback is yet to come, but we are hopeful that it works out smooth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I would like to add some point. Our deadline for the next winter semester is the 31st of May. but that doesn't mean that the students have to wait until the 31st of May to apply. They can already apply much earlier, and then we process their application also much earlier.
Mhm. Thank you. And Valentin.
Yeah, our answer is quite similar. We do several iterations. We send out the approvals step by step, and then you have a certain amount of time to pay the semester fees and accept. And if you do, you are in, and if you don't, then we give the place to the next student.
Mhm. Good.
But also, sorry, for the visa purposes, it makes sense to apply as soon as possible and also to accept as soon as possible. Especially from India, I've made the experience that it's very long and tedious process to apply for a visa, up to 5 months. So it would make sense to apply as soon as possible.
Mhm. Thank you. There are some questions for Merseburg. Marcus, if you have the link for the next deep dive in June that you mentioned, maybe you could put this link in the chat, and then people can, yeah, because I see somebody wants to discuss more on bachelor's, 𝘱𝘢𝘕𝑒𝑛_colleague, and yeah, BPD and so on. Maybe it's the best way to connect.
Okay, we will do
Good.
that. Yeah, we'll.
Yeah. Great, thank you. The next question is that can I send my application with unofficial transcripts because I don't have now access to my school diploma? So I don't know, like unofficial transcript, is it handwritten? Usually with handwritten it doesn't work, but if you have non-finalized transcript, if you are in your current semester and you can have this preliminary transcript, so to say, then you can apply usually with preliminary transcript. This works fine. But for example, for Berlin, it was mentioned it's non-consecutive study course or postgraduate study course. So you need to even have work experience. For this program, it will not work. For bachelor's programs, I know that high school certificates usually are issued later. So probably it's possible to apply with current grading. And then once you have your high school certificate, you can submit it. Anyways, you will have to have it by enrollment to a study course to have the certificate. Good. We answered over 50 questions and there are still 20 open questions. So, dear attendees, I thank you very much for your interest.